In today's video, we're taking a look at this smart video keypad. Let's get to it. What's up guys, and welcome to TopShelf Media. So today we're taking a look at this MyQ video keypad. And if you want to know the exact model number, it's VKP1-MyQMC, but we got a lot to cover today, so let's get started. Some of the features of this keypad include HD resolution, two-way audio, night vision, built-in light, and motion sensor. It has a 160-degree field of view and a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. It has an IP rating of IP65 and is compatible with LiftMaster, Chamberlain, and Craftsman garage doors made after 1993. I did a video on the MyQ Smart Garage Control a few weeks ago. I'll link it up in the YouTube card. You can go check that out if you're interested. Looking at price, you can typically pick this up on Amazon for just under $100, but at the time of recording this video, you can get it for $69.99. Now let's go back to when I unboxed it so you can see what you get for that price. Alright guys, as far as what comes in the box, not much to it. You get your paperwork, you get your keypad, you get this wedge or spacer, whatever you want to call it. They give you a USB cable as well as some screws and anchors for mounting. As far as build quality is concerned, I'm really happy with this keypad. Now, it is mostly made out of plastic, but for something like this, I'm okay with that. It's just going to hang up next to my garage door. One thing I do want to point out is I love the feel of the buttons on this thing. I think they're so satisfying to push. They feel really good. Now let's take a look at how to add this to the app so we can get it installed. Now I do want to point out that this part of the video was shot over a week ago, so you will notice a bit of a difference. Now it does say to charge the battery before you use it, but I want to try and get it added here quickly so we can get it installed. So I charged it for about 45 minutes or so, and so we're going to throw the battery back in there and see if we can at least get enough of a charge to add it to the app. So let's do that. It clips in really nice in there, I will say. Okay. Alright, so the light's flashing blue, so I should be able to add this now. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, go device, accessory, and looks like it should be the top one. It's not fully charged, but we're going to see if we can get it to work anyway. Let's do check compatibility. I do not. Mine does have the MyQ logo on it, but it doesn't say powered by MyQ. It just has the MyQ logo. So I'm going to go ahead and say no. Okay, so for now we're just going to connect the video keypad. I'm going to hit all of those. All right. We already removed the wrapper from the battery, so we're going to hit next. The light is flashing. That is correct. Pair. Now I can select my Wi-Fi. It's flashing green now. Alright, we're going to do an update. Okay, so we're waiting for the light to start blinking magenta while it updates here. There it goes. It's starting. Here we go. I have no idea how long this is going to take. It's done. Look at that. We're just going to do garage keypad. Done. Next. Create a pin. Not going to show you this. Okay, so now we got to get it synced to the garage door. Okay. I'm going to have to go do this out in the garage. I will walk you through how I did it once I get back in here. Because the first thing it wanted me to do when I got out to the garage there is find the learn/program button. And if you watched my video that I mentioned earlier on the MyQ garage door opener, the hub, and the sensor for the garage door, then we kind of went through this once already, but I'm going to run you through here real quick again. So I found the learn/program button, and it asked what color it was. Mine's yellow, so I picked yellow. Next, you want to press and release that learn/program button. Now, make sure you don't push it for too long because you could erase your transmitters, and you definitely don't want to do that. So just push and release, and then we can move on to the next step. which is then entering in that pin that you selected earlier and then holding the home button for 5 seconds. At that point, the garage door should open. And if it does, you're all set. You're ready to go. All right, let's see if I can get this installed without messing it up too bad. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'm gonna mark my holes, pre-drill them. I don't think I'm gonna need the anchors because this should be wood back behind here. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark my holes, drill them out, get this installed, and we're gonna be off to the races. We're gonna be ready to go. So like I mentioned, the first thing I had to do was drill out the holes, and then it was time to screw in the mount. Once that was secure, I could clip in the video keypad, and it does have a very satisfying fit in this mount. After that, I installed the security screw, and then it was time for everyone's favorite, peeling off the plastic. From there was only one thing left to do, and that was test it. Okay, so the keypad works, but how does the video look? And I would say it looks pretty good, but I'm not overly excited about it. Now that could be because I have a weak Wi-Fi signal where I mounted it. One thing I'm not a huge fan of with this keypad is the fact that it seems to me that the only type of video storage that they have is the subscription-based storage through their website. And I mean, come on, you couldn't give us just a little bit of internal storage, even if it was 24 hours and that was it. Like, it would be so much better. I get it, they're trying to make money off of it. This is a fairly inexpensive product, so they're gonna try and make their money through the subscription, but you couldn't give us just a little bit of storage internally. I do also want to show you what the night vision looks like. This is a screenshot taken from the app, as well as here is a screen recording of my phone with the app open. As you can see, it's not illuminating all that much. Now, part of that could be because my garage door is reflecting so much light back to the camera. Also, it does glitch out every once in a while, but that could be because of the weak signal that I mentioned earlier with my network. Two things I want to point out in the app here really quick. One annoying thing that I found is that every time you close the app and reopen again, you have to re-hit this play button so it can reload your feed. It doesn't just automatically come up when you open the app. Another thing I want to point out is if you go over here to the settings button, once you come in here, this is where you can set up all the things that were really appealing to me for this video keypad. First off, you have your pins, so you can come in here and set individual pins for people so you know who's entering your garage. In the settings, you can also change your camera detection. So if you come in here, you can change how close and how far it's sensing motion, as well as you can turn on your face detection here. Now back in the settings, you can do a number of other things, but most important, I feel, is you have your network connection and your battery. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I've put some things on screen for you to go check out. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and I will see you in the next video.